All right, we will get started. So happy Labor Day for those of you in the United States, at least. I don't know if it's Canadian Labor Day as well. My theme for today's class is going to be a new beginning. And I think of Labor Day as back to school, though many kids are already back to school. But it's also a time for a new season. And for many of you, I happen to know new beginnings in your life, whether it's empty nesting or my son is actually, my oldest is getting married in a week and a half. And I have moved, so lots of new beginnings on my end. But I also know for many of you, there's a new beginning. And so to think about whatever your new beginnings might be, and even if it's a reset or something you would like to do or bring in more of or let go of, thinking of this time as we transition into fall as a new beginning, not the end of summer, but the beginning of the next season, the next part of your life, whatever it might be. And as we approach new beginnings, find your sit bones and root them downward into the earth beneath you. Having a stable center is helpful as you approach new beginnings. Tilting your pelvic bowl forward, engaging your belly, and sitting up tall, not like your mother told you, but just aligning each vertebrae one atop the other. Let it feel amazing. And notice that when you're aligned, it's easier. Less energy, less effort. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. Take in a big drink of breath and let your chest shine forward. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Reach the crown of your head to the sky, pouring the breath into your belly this time, all the way down into that root, into the earth. Exhale long and smooth, letting go. Flip your palms open as an invitation to this new beginning, whatever is new ahead. Open and receptive. We say in mindfulness, hands wide open. Breathing in, enjoying, and exhale, let it out. Taking a moment to pause here as we begin, a new beginning each time we practice yoga, and a new beginning of a season, a new beginning of whatever may be new in your life. Perhaps setting an intention about how you would like to approach it. I did a coaching session recently on the approach determines the landing, and choosing an approach, choosing the energy that you would like to bring to this new beginning. What might that be? Perhaps it's simply hands wide open. Perhaps it's curiosity. Perhaps it's kindness or love, or maybe it's patience. Letting yourself choose an intention for this new beginning with your hands wide open, closing eyes if that feels comfortable. Breathe in and out, and let that intention or energy or tone come into you. And consider whether that's what you would like to move forward or bring to this next season. One of our yoga regulars messaged me this morning saying she wasn't going to come today because she had a grandchild born overnight. And that strikes me as also a fun, delightful new beginning, a new life, and how we bring so much excitement and positivity. And yet we could do that each and every day. Shauna Shapiro, who I talk about her work a lot, she always talks about begin again, simply begin again. So every day and every moment can be a new beginning, just like this new season, if you wish, taking in a big, deep, nourishing breath all the way down into your belly, filling yourself up with the possibility of new beginnings. And exhaling, letting go of any sadness from what was the warm summer nights, or perhaps a house full of children, or whatever it might be. New beginnings also come with that sadness. Breathing in and honoring it. And as you exhale, holding it lightly with kindness and tenderness, knowing that a bit of that is coming with you in this new beginning. Breathing in and out. And we'll bring a hand to heart and another hand to top. I like to remember as we approach a new beginning that all of what has come before is coming with us. So if there is a sadness or grief around a new beginning, you can bring that with you and hold it kindly and tenderly. Most new beginnings also have a bit of that. Excitement, relief, uncertainty, possibilities, and always mixed other emotions in there too. Breathing in as your chest rises, press into the heart space, release that oxytocin, let it circulate around, let it feel good. And exhale, let it out. Notice your top hand on the bottom hand. You can rub it skin to skin and envision that cortisol melting as you do. We know scientifically that it does. When you are hand on heart, that skin to skin contact melts the cortisol. Letting it melt so that as we move into this new beginning, we're soft, less tense, filled with oxytocin, and less stress. Breathing in and out. 2 more breaths here, sitting, noticing your root, noticing the strength in your center, noticing that positivity and energy in the heart space. Even if there's an ache, there's also positivity and energy. Might you move forward with love? Breathing in, sending the oxygen and breath to bathe the heart, and exhale, let it out, giving your heart room to fill a little more fully as you begin again, moving forward, breathing in and out. Bringing hands together, rubbing them together to create a little bit of warmth and heat. And press thumbs into sternum, fingers reach towards the sky, close eyes if they're open, and just set your intention for this practice and perhaps for the next season or your new beginning, whatever it might be. Maybe it's a new approach to a project that has been sitting on the back burner. It doesn't have to be a huge new beginning. Setting your intention, choosing your approach. And when you feel complete, lowering hands and opening eyes, let the light back in. And taking a moment to arrive once again. Find your belly, engaging your belly. Sit up tall. Find those sit bones. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way if they happen to have softened in a wee bit. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky, reaching fingertips tall. Give them a little wiggle. Inhale, reach tall. Grow the side body. Lengthen and make space. Exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, reaching tall once again. Exhale, dropping shoulders. Open your arms out to the sides. Palms will face front. Inhale, create a huge beach ball. Suck your belly towards your spine. Exhale, open wide. Arms stretch back behind your shoulders. Heart shines forward as you approach this new beginning. Inhale, round forward. Suck your navel all the way back. Exhale, opening. 2 more here. Enjoying the back, enjoying the space. Use your belly to protect your back. Open arms. Coming forward. End with your hands forward. Flip the palms to face front and stretch your hands all the way forward, making this cat even a little more full. Dropping your head. Enjoy this full stretch here. Inhale, shift up, gaze up at the sky. Palms will reach to the sky and do a little shimmy as you arrive. Gaze up at the view. For me, these beautiful trees, Exhale, round forward into cat here. A little bit of a different motion, noticing different shoulder parts coming into play. Inhale, reaching tall, tall, tall. Exhale, round forward. Drop your head and neck. Press the palms all the way forward. Inhale, reach tall. Opening your hands, palms will face one another. Exhale, drop shoulders. Inhale, reach tall once again. Exhale, twist left. Left hand comes behind you, graces the earth. Right fingertips to left thigh. Inhale, growing tall. Exhale, twist. Gaze over that left shoulder. Enjoy the view. Enjoy what you see. If you're outside, enjoy the breeze. Letting all five senses come into play. What do you see? What do you hear? Sitting tall, using your belly. Inhale, arms up to center. Exhale, twist back to center. Drop shoulders. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand gracefully lands on the earth. Left palm on the right thigh. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gaze over there. Whatever's over there. Letting the light in. Gazing at the view. Inhale, arms come to the sky. Twist back to center. Open your arms out to the sidewalls or the trees or the river. Some of you show me your beautiful views. Flexing wrists, open fingers, creating a ton of space between each finger. Invite the energy into your fingers, stretching wide, wide, wide. Squeeze your hands tight as a fist. Exhale, open hands, inviting that energy for this new beginning. Squeeze fists once again, tight, tight, tight. Engage your arms, pinch your scapula with the fists squeezed. Enjoy all the sensations. Exhale, open, spread fingers wide. Relax hands, lower arms. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, squinch your occiput into it. Exhale, drop shoulders, palms open, and take a moment to let it integrate. Notice the tingles all the way down to fingers, maybe even to your toes. Taking a huge deep breath and a huge exhale. Roll shoulders back 3 times. Getting the stickiness out. Often when you are stuck in the mud, it takes a little bit of wiggling to get out. Rolling shoulders. It's often a great approach to what you would like to be a new beginning if perhaps you're feeling stuck. Inhale, reach arms to the sky. Right hand lands on the earth, fingertips if you're sitting on your block. Bend your elbow and reach that left arm over the left ear. Enjoy your right side body. Huge breath in. If your neck is not cranky, gaze over the left shoulder and check out the view. Enjoy the breeze. Breathe in and out. Press into the right hand, reaching up, switch right over to the other side. Left fingers land on the earth. Right hip roots downward. Left elbow bends. Huge breath into the waist and the lower rib cage. Exhale, gaze to the right if your neck cooperates. Big breath in and out. In and out. Reaching arms up towards the sky. Open your arms out once again. Wrap them in front into eagle arms. Left elbow under right. Today, the opposite of where we usually start. Palms face the back. Bring your hands together. Inhale, lift up to shoulder height. Notice the shift in energy between the scapula right here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Breathing into stuckness and tightness as you begin again, inviting that shift. Let the energy move. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower elbows to shoulder height. Press your elbows in opposite direction here. Relax. Inhale, lift up.
Exhale, round forward. Drop your head and neck. Enjoy your entire back body here. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift elbows to shoulder height.
Untangle, press your fists into the side walls. Wiggle fingers, pinch your scapula, and cross in the opposite direction, right under left this time. Elbows cross, coming into eagle arms here. Lift up to shoulder height and pause and enjoy here. Breathe in and out. Envision the breath going to any of the tight spots here. Inhale, lift up a smidge, not overdoing it. Always move with kindness and love. Exhale, lower elbows to shoulder height. Inhale that softness and kindness, non-judgment as you move forward in this new beginning. Exhale, lower elbows to shoulder height. Press elbows in opposite directions and enjoy that energetic shift here. Relax. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl around and let your shoulders enjoy this. Drop head and neck using belly. Belly is engaged. Big breath in and out. Inhale, lift up. Untangle, press your hands into the side walls. Lower your hands to your sacrum. Interlace your fingers, straight elbows, drop shoulders, gaze forward. Heart shines forward. Chest is puffing out. Huge breath in as a heart opener. Exhale, drop chin to chest and enjoy the energy running through the back. Inhale, gaze up to the sky. If it's okay, if your neck is cranky, don't do this. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, back to neutral. Press fists to the earth. Release your hands and just shake them wild, letting it out. And if you are on a block, come off the block. We'll stretch our legs long in front. Bang out your knees, move the flesh of your seat out of the way without judgment. Root sit bones downward. Engage your belly. Grow tall here. Your knees can be bent or straight. Ankles flex. Spread your toes wide. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward towards your big toe if you can reach it. Your back can be flat or rounded. Do what feels good to your back here. And notice the energy shifts in the back of the legs. If you want to press knees to the floor, you can. Wherever the energy can move, wiggle your other toes if you can't. Let it feel amazing. Slowly release your toes, slide up your shins to your thighs. Bring your right sole of the foot into the left thigh. Your knee will be perpendicular and find that sit bone once again, moving flesh of the seat if you need. Reach arms to the sky. Exhale, twist towards your left leg and fold over towards the outer edge of the right foot if you can reach it, or the right calf if you can't. And left hand will wrap into the right hip crease as a twist here. Creating space, wiggle the right toes, inviting a little bit of movement here, wiggling the left toes if you have room. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward a wee bit more and enjoy the shifts. One breath here, fold it in half, twist it up like a pretzel. Exhale, let it out. Slide up that left leg. Release your left hand. Your right hand's going to come behind you. We're going to come into wild thing. I will try not to fall into the creek here. Extending, stretch your whole left side body. Wiggle your fingers. Big breath in and out. Reach those fingers as long as you can. Outer edge of your foot reaches as long as you can. Lower your rear end, coming back to a seat. Extend legs long in front. Move the flesh of your seat once again. Knees will be bent, ankles flexed. Spread your toes wide. Find that belly, reaching tall. Engage your belly. Exhale, hinge forward into a forward fold again. Grab your big toe once again. Press knees towards the floor. Breathe in and out. Point toes and flex them. Slide up your shins to your knees, to your thighs, and you'll bring the left sole of the foot in to the right thigh. Move the flesh of the seat once again. Gauge belly. Inhale, reach your arms tall as you can. Do a little shimmy, wiggle those fingers as high as you can. Huge breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes to the outer edge of the right foot. Right hand wraps into the left hip crease. Let your head drop. Hold into this pretzel. Huge breaths into every nook and cranny, every last alveoli in the lung space. Using your resources as you approach this new beginning, fleshing out the old and stale. Wiggle toes, both sets. Remembering that vision of being stuck in the mud and needing a bit of a rock to move in this new beginning. Wiggling, inviting a little movement today can encourage that. Unwrap right hand, sliding up that left leg, and we'll come into Wild Thing on this side. Your left hand comes about 18 inches behind your hip, planted on the earth. Right toes come to the left and lift up into Wild Thing. Enjoy that stretch. Roll your wrist out if that feels good. Let it be a little bit flowy. Enjoying your armpit, wiggle fingers, lower hips down. Coming back to a seat, come into butterfly pose. Butterflies are a new beginning. They've gone through the muck and the miserableness, which a lot of new beginnings have. Flapping your butterfly wings, hugging your heels in towards you. Have a little rock. Hands can be on your ankles or your arches, whatever feels good to you. Flap the big breath in. Exhale, press knees towards the floor. Hug ankles towards you. Sit up tall. Grow as tall as you can. Exhale, let it out. Big breath in and out. Release your hands, relax. Spread your legs wide, coming into the wide angle pose. Bring your hands behind you. Tent them like you have a cupcake underneath. You're not trying to squish the frosting. And lift up. You can also press fists if you need a little more strength there. Legs wide. Plant hands between your legs and walk them forward. Enjoy the energetic shifts in the back of the legs here. Point your toes and flex your ankles. Walk another inch forward with the hands. Back is flat. Your heart is shining forward. You can lower your forearms and elbows to the floor if you have room. Wiggle toes, inviting that movement, not overdoing anything. Pause here. Notice if you're holding your breath. Breathe and let the energy shift in the backs of the legs. Let it be a release. If you feel like it, you can grab your big toes. You can reach them. Let your heart shine forward. You'll need a little more belly strength for this. Breathe in and out. Slowly sliding up the thighs. You'll slide your legs in front, sweep them around, come to hands and knees. Have a little rock. Find a little steadiness here. Inhale for cow and exhale for cow. Inhale for cow once again. We have all these very happy cows near where I live now.
Exhale, round, belly comes all the way up to the sky. Come back to hands and knees, drop to elbows, come into puppy pose. Wiggle forearms as far forward as you can. Spread your fingers, lower your forehead to the floor. Let that energy of the earth come in through that third eye and take a moment here with eyes closed, stretching hands as far forward as you can. You'll have a lot of stretch in the back of the armpits and the upper back. And take a listen to perhaps your heart, perhaps your head. A lot of us who are busy thinkers, when we put our head down onto something firm, there's information there. If you pause and listen for any information about this new beginning, letting it in with lightness. It might be an approach, it might be a next step. What is the next best step? Best next step, whatever you. Allow yourself to melt forward a little bit. This puppy pose is also called melting heart. Let your heart melt softly and kindly towards the earth. Breathe in and out. Melt a wee bit more. Let your shoulders soften. Many of us hold a ton in the shoulders and the armpits. One more breath. Into your armpits, wiggle fingers. Exhale, melt your heart. Slowly bring your hands back by your face, coming back to hands and knees. Curl your toes under here. And we're going to walk our hands back, shift up to broken toe, which is one of my favorite releases. And as you move forward in a new beginning, releasing all this held noise and stuff, untucking toes, leaning into this broken toe, not over leaning, being kind, leaning back and allowing the shift of energy and the stretch. Breathe. When we hold our breath, nothing shifts. We just are stuck. Breathing in and out. If you need to, lift up to be kind. Exhale, lower down onto your heels once again. Let your heart shine forward here, even as there's all these sensations. Breathe in and out. Shift forward onto your knees. Come to hands and knees, untuck toes, and bang them out like crazy. Letting go of anything you'd like to leave here in this old place as you move into your new beginning with different energy. Pause here. Curl toes, walk your hands forward a smidge, lift up to downward dog. Widen your feet. Reach your heels to the earth. If you need to widen more or narrow to get your heels towards the earth, having a stable base on all fours. Close eyes, heart hangs. Let the energy shift here. One of the reasons we spend time upside down in yoga is for a new perspective. Gaze between your legs and see what you see. Allowing the shifts here. Bend left knee, right heel reaches to the earth. Switch sides, bend right knee, left heel reaches to the earth. Lower both heels towards the earth, whatever works for you. Narrow your dog here. Left hand comes to the right ankle and gaze under your right armpit and enjoy that energy shifting. Unsticking things for this new beginning. Exhale, release. Switch sides. Plant your left hand firmly so you don't fall. Right hand grabs outside of the left ankle, gaze under that left armpit and check out the view. Whatever might be there. Checking between your legs. Come back to downward dog and you'll walk your hands forward, coming into that longer dog and your feet a little bit together. So you have a steady base. Spread fingers wide, press your palms to the earth. Left ball mound grounds into the earth. Lift up all 5 toes on the left side. Engage your belly, raise right leg to the sky. Stack your hips and roll your ankle. Enjoy it. You can gaze out the right side as you're here. Roll ankle in both directions. Hips are square. Reach your heel to the back wall or the back trees. Huge breath in. Everything engaged here. 3-legged dog. Bring your foot between your hands. Shift your weight into your hands. And we're going to come into pigeon here. Right knee on the outside of the mat, right side of the mat. Left toes on the left, right toes on the left side of the mat. Fists come up to a high pigeon, a proud pigeon as they call it. I might even call it a quail. We have this lovely family of quail here, and they remind me of this. Reaching tall. That little curly Q on the top of their head, reaching to the sky. Your heart is shining forward. A proud pigeon. Your right hip maybe releasing. Your left hip flexor maybe releasing. Close eyes if that works for you. Huge breath in. Pour it down the front of your chest, all the way into your belly and your pelvis and into your hips and all the way down through that left toe. And release the opposite way up through the toe, all the way through your chest. And try another big breath here, breathing in all the way down. And exhale all the way from the left toes up the left leg through your belly and out. Curl those back toes, flatten your hands and untangle. Come back into downward dog and walk that dog. Release your hips and notice how you feel. Maybe a little less sticky, maybe some clarity as this energy is moving. Plant your hands. Lift up right 5 toes, root ball mound into the earth. Lower your toes, engage your belly, raise that left leg. Bend your knees, stack your hips, gaze under the left armpit, and enjoy the view, whatever it is. Re-square your hips, extend the left leg, a firm 3-legged dog. Everything extended, awake, engaged. Huge breath in. Exhale, gently bring that left leg between your hands. Left knee comes to the left side of the mat, left toes come to the right side, and you'll scooch that back knee back. Come to the top of the foot, come up onto your fists and gaze forward as a proud pigeon or a proud quail. Let the breath pour in. Breathe in through your nose, pour it down through your chest, into your belly, and down to the right toes. Exhale from the right toes, up the right leg, through your belly and chest, out your mouth and nose. So there's a simple way to do pranayama, which is the breathing exercises, and it feels really good. Breathing in through your nose, through your chest, into your belly, and out the right leg. Exhale the opposite way. One more breath here. Become more proud. Heart shines forward. Plant hands. Curl your back toes. Lift up to downward dog. And have a walk. Walk that dog. Release your hips. Press into your hands, reach your sit bones to the sky. The sit bones are the apex in downward dog, and have a really juicy downward dog, full expression of downward dog. Huge exhale, long and smooth. Walk your hands forward and your toes may come back a bit. Shift forward into plank and pause here. Heels drop to the left, right arm reaches to the sky. Come into side plank if that works for you. If you need to bend your left knee, do that. Do what works. Reach right arm over the right ear, stretching long, long, long. Roll your wrist. Reach right arm to the sky. Come back to plank and pause here. Find your center and your strength. A new beginning. As we switch to the other side, heels come to the right, left arm comes to the sky. Gaze upward. Lower left arm over that left ear. Breathe and notice that in this new beginning, it could be a little shaky and wobbly. Reach left hand to the sky. Come back to plank. Shift forward onto your tippy toes. Bend knees and lower down chaturanga to the earth. Weight is out of your hands. Inhale for a low cobra. Heart shines forward. Exhale, lower down. Once again, inhale for this low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands by your hips. Palms reach up, face up towards the sky. Find the front of your hips. Plant them into the earth. Untuck toes. Tops of the feet are on the earth and tops of the hand are on the earth. Inhale, lift up into locust pose. Heart shines forward. Enjoy your back here. And remember to breathe. Pour the breath in through your nose, all the way out your fingers and your toes. Exhale the opposite way. Lower hands, lower feet. Right ear to the earth. Neck here as you lay. Turn your left ear to the earth and have a rest. Center. You can come into bow pose or do lift up into another locust, whichever feels good to you. If you want to do boat, bend your knees, flex your ankles, reach your hands to the tops of your feet and lift up. Notice your front of your hips on the earth and have a little rock here. Massage your belly. Shine your heart forward. Breathe. When you're complete, lower down. Turn on the right ear. Left ear. And come back to center. Bring hands back by toes. Press up to downward dog and enjoy your back stretch here. Walk the dog. Walk hands back towards your feet. Come into a forward fold. You can widen your feet. If you have a block and you feel like using that, you can stack those blocks and put your forehead on them as part of your forward fold or sway. Notice what feels good to you. Rock side to side. Lower hands. Engage your belly. And roll up to stand slowly. If you're using blocks, move them out of the way. And when you arrive, give yourself a moment to adjust. Notice what you feel. Wiggle fingers. Big breath in and out. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down into the earth. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Use your belly, stand tall, heart shines forward. You may have a lot of wiggles and wobbles. Bring hands to heart. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Notice how the wobbles settle. Supporting yourself well. Bend knees slowly. Press hands into the sternum, into each other. Fingers press towards each other, and we'll slowly lower down
towards the earth, heels still up in the air. And if you tip, no worries. Pause at the bottom. Slowly lifting up. Press hands together, fingers together. Press thumbs into the sternum for support. Slowly, 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 slowly reaching towards the sky. And lower your heels, lower your hands, shake it out. Roll your shoulders. Lift up all 10 toes and root them downward. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Palms will come together. Interlace your fingers. Reach your index fingers, steeple fingers to the sky. Shimmy your waist. Root right sole of the foot into the earth. Exhale, tip towards the left. Enjoy the right side body. Use your core and your back here to be kind. If you have space, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip towards the right. Root left foot. Enjoy that entire left side body line. Breathe in through your foot, all the way up through the fingers and out the other way. Come back to center. Reach your arms out towards the side. Reclasp your hands at your sacrum. Press your fists to the floor, shoulders down and back. Heart shines forward. Gaze up if you have room. Exhale, bring chin to chest if you have room in your neck, and enjoy that stretch. Chin back to neutral. Release your hands. Shake it out. Shake it all out. And we're going to come into tree pose. Trees enjoy a new beginning in the fall, letting go of all their leaves. Lift up all 5 toes on your right foot and lower them down. Kickstand your left heel into the right shin. You can bring hands to hips or hands to heart center. Notice what feels good to you today. And slide the sole of your foot up onto your calf. You can bring it all the way up into your inner thigh if you want, but more is not better and higher is not better. Find your most stable tree here. Use your toes like babies do to balance and the whole sole and surface of your foot. And when you're ready, grow your branches up like a tree. And if your tree is swaying in the breeze today, let that be. Noticing what kind of tree you want to grow in this new beginning. Maybe it has a more stable base. Maybe it's high up and tall and tippy, rolling wrists. Inviting this vision of the tree in this new beginning you might like to become. Lowering hands down by your sides, sweeping them up to heart center. Draw your knee in front. Extend your toes, left toes reaching towards the front. Point your toe and flex your toe. You might tip. Point and flex. Bend your knee. And shift your weight forward. Your left leg's going to come behind. We're going to come into a warrior 3 here, or whatever version you have room for. And have a fly. Flying into this new beginning. Let it be fun. Enjoy it. Bring hands back to your hips and slowly bring that left leg to the earth. Lower it down. Roll your right ankle out a lot. Being kind. And we'll shift sides. Root your tree with intention. Lift up onto your tiptoes, lower down, lift up left 5 toes, root them downwards. Grow your roots. Engage your left leg and your belly across the middle, setting yourself up for success. Hands come to your hips. Right heel comes to the left shin. Slowly slide your foot up wherever it would like to be today. And when you feel ready, reach your arms, branches, grow them to the tree that you would like to be. Envisioning a meaningful tree. Huge breath in and out. Sweep your arms down by your sides, around in a circle up to heart center, pressing them into the sternum here. Draw your knee forward, extend your leg, point and flex toe a few times slowly. Notice the wiggles and the wobbles, embrace them. Bend the knee, shift into warrior three. You'll extend your right foot behind, shifting your weight forward, coming to fly. Roll your wrists. Imagine whatever bird you might like to be, or whatever feels aligned for you in this new beginning. Notice if you are enjoying the flying or the rooting through that left foot. Bring hands to hips and slowly lower your right foot alongside the left. Shaking things out, roll your shoulders back and forward. We will come into a yogi squat. You can use a block if you wish. Knees will come apart. Wiggle your feet to wherever your spot for the yogi squat is. Sink your hips down and bring hands to heart center. Elbows into your knees, letting your root downward. Setting yourself a stable base for this new beginning, and letting your root chakra or the base of your spine guide you. Closing eyes and taking a listen here. Potentially wisdom in your root about this new beginning and how you might like to move forward. Press thumbs into the sternum, the base of your thumb. Open eyes, lower right hand or right fist by your right foot. Reach your left hand high, gaze up, roll your wrist. If any of you would like to wrap it into the right hip crease, you can do that. Whatever works for you. Reach left hand to the sky, lowering it down, hands to heart center. Pause in the middle. Send your root downward. Find your steadiness. Switch sides. Left fist comes to the earth. Right hand reaches up. Roll it out. If you wish to twist and bring the right hand into the left hip crease, do that. Do what feels the best to you. Reach right arm back up to the sky. Hand comes down. Once again, hands to heart. Notice your feet getting a little cranky and tight. Sink your hips down lower. Lower hands to the earth. Turn your toes to the front and come into a forward fold. Release and enjoy this. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Release your head a bit more. Hands come to elbows, opposite elbow, and enjoy the backs of your legs here. Bend one knee and the other. Let it be a sway here. Release hands to the earth. Reaching your arms out and up and unrolling, standing tall, gazing up to the sky. Hands come together, letting them drip down in front of your heart. And take a moment here, standing tall, thumbs into your sternum. Notice how you feel. If you would prefer, place hands on your heart as a check-in, wishing yourself well, wishing everyone else well on their new journey. Lifting up toes, rooting them downward. Close eyes if that's okay for you. And take a moment here, standing tall as a mountain, steady, safe, and strong. Perhaps checking in about this new beginning. How might you like to approach it? When you feel complete, lower hands, and we will come to lie down. If you have a block and would like to use it, feel free. You can use it for a restorative bridge or an active bridge. Rolling to lie down on the earth. Take a moment to arrive. Notice the steadiness beneath and gaze up at the view. Those of you who are outside, notice the sky or the leaves or the sunshine. Walk heels towards your rear end. Palms will be facing down. Press into your forearms and your feet. Lift your hips up into an easy bridge. Shimmy shoulders underneath you. Hips shoot towards the sky like headlights on the fronts of your hip bones. Squeeze your glutes. Knees connect energetically together. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Notice all the sensations awakening. Lower heels. Lift hips. The back making a lot of noise here. Untuck shoulders and unroll your spine until you land on the earth. Untangle anything that's tangled. Draw your knees into your chest and have a little rock here. Come into happy baby if you wish, because it feels good. Wiggle toes. Press knees towards the floor. Straight one leg and the other. Bring soles of the feet together. Lower heels towards your groin. Lift up and gaze through between your legs using your belly and just gaze at the view there. Lowering down. Release hands, lower your feet to the earth, soles still together. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. And hand to heart, hand to belly, double hands to belly. Decide what your body needs today. What will honor this new beginning, a new season, a new journey? Allowing yourself to settle in here and just notice. Gently bring hands to the outer edges of your thighs and draw your knees together. Place palms on the floor and you'll widen your feet a little bit. Bend your right knee in towards you. Hand comes to the shin. Hug it tight. Stretch your left leg long in front, squeezing that leg tight. Allow it to fall laterally into the hip. Big breath in and out. Hands behind your thighs. Straight that right leg to the sky. Flex your ankle. Point your toes. Flex your ankle and point your toes. You're flossing the nerve, lots of sensations. Perhaps roll your ankle out. Point, flex. Bend your knee and lower that leg down alongside the left. Notice the difference. Bring left leg in and give it a hug on the shin. Let it fall laterally if you have room. Bring hands to the back of the thigh. Reach your foot to the sky. Flex your ankle. Point. Flex and point. Enjoy that nerve waking up. Roll your ankle. Bend your knee and lower it down alongside the right. And notice how you feel. Letting your feet widen a bit. Allow your toes to fall to the outer edge of the mat. Flip palms up towards the sky and we'll come into Shavasana. Final resting pose. Letting the work integrate. It's one of the most important poses in yoga, and for many of us, the hardest. Take in a big, deep breath. pouring it from your nose all the way through your belly, out your toes. And exhale up both toes, up through the middle and out your mouth. We'll take one more big breath before we rest. Breathing in through your nose, through your chest, through your belly, down through your legs to your toes. Exhale up through the toes, through the legs, through the belly, and out your mouth. Allow yourself to settle in. Let go of anything you're carrying. Soften into the earth here. Letting go of control of the breath. Letting go of control of your muscles. And having a moment to rest and restore and reset. If you wish to stay in Shavasana longer, feel free. For those who wish to come out, gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes. Stretch in whatever way feels good, perhaps hands long above, toes long in front. Filling yourself up with new breath. Starting anew here, beginning again, a new beginning. Exhale, release, and let it out. Bring knees to your chest and roll over to one side and pause here. Pause before this new beginning. I talk about pause and presence. Pause and be present here with how you feel. Anything you learned about how you might like to move forward. What knowledge and wisdom is in your body for you to notice when you slow down and pause? When you feel complete, slowly come up to a seat where we began. Send your sit bones down into the earth. Engage your belly, grow tall. Hands on knees, big breath in. Exhale, sending the breath out through the root into the earth. Inhale, drawing up the earth's energy. Exhale, let it out. Bring a hand to heart, another hand to top. Taking a moment to send yourself kindness and compassion for this new journey ahead. Taking a moment to send kindness and compassion and good wishes to everyone here on their journey. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. The light in me honors and reflects the light in each and every one of you. May you all enjoy your new beginning, whatever it might be. Always remembering we can begin again whenever we wish. Have a beautiful week. Namaste.